Hi guys, welcome to Devlog number 5. It's been quite long and I have much more content to cover than I had in all the previous devlogs, so without any further ado, let's jump right into it. I added a pottery table. It can be found in Workstations tab of the building menu. It takes 3 quarters and 2 half planks. Once it's built, it has a user interface on the back where we can select a pot and see how much clay we need to make it. After placing the clay, the table will start spinning and we have to use our hands to shape the pot. Currently, the only thing we can make using the pottery table is a water bottle, but there's plenty more clay items to come in the future. We can now see our health, stamina, hunger and thirst on our wrist and on the stats page in the book. We are slowly getting hungry and thirsty, and when hunger or thirst is full, we start to lose health, which takes us to the next new feature. As we're now getting thirsty, there has to be something to drink. We can simply grab the water from the pond into our hand and drink it, or make a bottle on the pottery table and fill it up in the pond. I also plan to add a buildable well so we can have access to drinking water wherever we decide to build our base. I added a fireplace that we can build and use to cook meat. If you're not new here, you might have seen it in the last teaser video. To build it, find it in the building page of the book and place 9 stones. You can then add any wooden item as fuel. Currently it's very basic and only shows the wood when it has any fuel. It will be improved in the future to better visually indicate how much fuel it has left. To cook meat, either throw it on the fire or attach it to a sharp stick and watch the texture slowly transition into cooked. Again, if you're not new here, you might have seen this in the last teaser video. I added primitive knife and axe that we can craft using a stick, sharp stone and a thread. Currently this is in a proof of concept stage with many little bugs, so there's still a lot of work in here, but so far I'm quite happy with how it looks. We also have mining now. Using a sharp stone or a pickaxe, we can destroy these large rocks to get stones. With this, I can soon focus on adding some metal ores and a furnace to smelt them and introduce metal processing, which is probably one of my favorite features, so I really can't wait to start working on it. Another new feature that I was forced to implement after adding hunger and thirst is the ability to die and respawn. When we take damage, the camera will slowly get darker and lose colors, and when we die, the screen goes black and we get respawned. Although this is something working behind the scenes and you won't get to see it in game, probably the biggest feature of this update is the item spawning and chunking. The world is split into small chunks and spawns thousands of grabbable items when the game starts, but thanks to this system, only the items in the nearby chunks are active and visible. This helps significantly reduce the impact of all these grabbable items on performance. I guess one of the most important features in a survival game, we now have a backpack and holsters, so we can collect all the items. The backpack can be grabbed from our lower back, there is 1 holster on each side. There is also a plan to make the holsters configurable so the players can adjust them however they see fit. Another important part of inventory management is the storage chest. We can build it from the furniture tab in the book. It takes a bunch of quarters and half planks to build. Once it's built, we can use it to store stacks of items. I added saving and loading system. This was the last thing that I needed to finally make a demo for you guys to try. It's currently very basic and only saves the player's position, health, stamina, hunger, thirst, and all the items in the backpack and holsters, and all the buildings that we place, including the storage chest's inventory. There's still a lot of work on this system to make it save the content and progress of the workstations, the buildings that were placed but not yet completed, and so on. I also added the ability to rotate the building pieces and remove them after placing, simply by grabbing this remove icon. That wraps up all the new features for now. With the demo out, I now have a lot of work fixing bugs and making little adjustments. But soon as all this stuff is working as expected, I plan to start adding metal ores in a furnace to smelt them and use to cast some metal tools. Before I close this video, just a quick reminder that there is a tiny little demo of this game that you can try out now. All you need to do is join us on Discord, and the link will be in the description. That's it for today's video. Thanks for watching, hope you've all enjoyed it. Let me know in the comments what you would like to see me add next and what you think about all the new stuff. Until next time.